Hey, what's up everybody, the Destroyer here, and welcome back to another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth 2, patch 1.08. Today we have a 1v1 on Forts of Isen II, so let's get into it. We have our first player, Ace Apmn. I'm guessing the Ace is the clan. Apmn as Mordor there. And the opposing player, we have RanDoM. So DU would obviously be his clan, I guess. They always put the clan tag and then their name, of course. We got RanDoM on the bottom right as Mordor as well. So we have a Mordor mirror. Interesting. Just testing my sensitivity. It feels like it's high, but oh, whatever. I'll be using the mouse mostly anyway, probably. I say that, probably not. It looks like RanDoM is spying on his opponents. Seeing what he's doing. Apmn is going for an orc pit. And it looks like RanDoM going for 2 orc pits. They're both spying on each other, actually. So, both of them have chosen the Eye of Sauron power, of course. As you would expect. Mordor mirror should be interesting. There should be a lot of orcs, I would imagine. But, if Apmn doesn't get a second orc pit, he's going to fall behind, I think. There you go. As, of course, 2 orc pits are better than 1, as you would expect. In fact, even more than that would be better. Of course, you need an economy. Looks like he's going for another slaughterhouse. Potentially might be getting another orc pit. Yeah, looks like he was positioned for it. Very nice. So RanDoM will be ahead on the orc spam for a time. Apmn is getting his though. If we get orc archers, that might actually help, but at the same time, probably not. There might just be too many orcs for 1 battalion of archers to deal with. So they'll just both be spamming orcs. Of course, the price of orcs in patch 1.08 is 50, so you gotta keep that in mind as well, as opposed to 300. So you could get a lot of orcs for the price of some archers, which is pretty nice because you can go around and take out a lot of farms and what have you. Which is really the key to victory, is taking out your opponent's farms as much as you can. And what have you. We'll engage each other shortly, it looks like. Apmn has engaged. These guys got inside of each other somehow. Weird. Let's take a real close look at an orc. It's pretty good. Of course, I do have an HD texture pack for all the Battle for Middle-earth 2 basic units, so they look a little nicer when you zoom in. Which is quite nice, actually. Looks like he has managed to get behind Apmn's slaughterhouse here, but I don't think he'll be able to take it down, not with that amount of orcs. God, look at the orc spam. It's real. Both teams spam the hell out of them. Can you kill off an opponent with just orcs? I don't know, maybe. Wouldn't that be something? This building should be a little careful. Looks like RanDoM managed to get him out of there, though. Both eyes are over here, oddly enough, just sitting there. I mean, this eye could be moved over to buff RanDoM's guys instead of sitting there. But I'm guessing he's moving a lot of things around at once, so it's easy to forget. There you go. One of them's an aggressive, one of them's offensive. Wonder which one would win. I would guess the defensive ones, but I'm not sure. And of course, it'd be hard to judge because one of them was buffed as well. Anyway, looks like Apmn has got some orcs in here. He's starting to take down this orc pit right here. He might be able to get that one. All his orcs, of course, well, not all of them. He's got these ones in aggressive. These ones are in whole ground, just making them a little more tanky. So where he's engaged in combat, he's putting his guys in tanky stance, more or less. RanDoM doing the same. Of course, you do have to tell them to attack, though, because units will sit there and not do anything a lot of times when you put them in whole ground stance. So you have to make sure they're in combat more so, because they don't auto-acquire targets as well. And we now have some orc archers out in the field. That'll definitely help things out. Orc archers will destroy these orc warriors. He's getting pretty close there. Point blank, shotgun, shotgun style archery. Those archers will definitely help out. Looks like the slaughterhouse in the back of Apmn's base will be taken out. My god. So many units. Crazy. So, of course, neither player going for the troll layers or anything. You'd need Easterlings for that. Maybe a Nazgul could do it. But we do have a Nazgul up for random. I believe he's the first one to get a hero. And the Nazgul will be huge here, I think. As the Nazgul will just wreck these things. He could get these archers. That would be a huge pickup for him. And look at that. Immediately half the battalion's gone. Easily cleans up the rest. The trample ability of the Nazgul is real. They give no shits when it comes to trampling weak units in patch 1.08, so that's very nice. Always worth it to get a Nazgul, I say. If you didn't get the banner carrier, it's going to start regenerating. That sucks. Apmn doing a good job pulling that banner carrier out of there so you can start regenerating. But he's definitely going to need a Nazgul of his own if he's going to compete, I think. And the Nazgul takes such little damage as well, and he's in aggressive stance. So that just shows how little damage orcs do to Nazgul. He's going to need Easterlings or something else. Looks like he is reacting. He's going to get a Haradrim Palace. So, Apmn will have Easterlings shortly, hopefully, to help counter that. We do have a barricade expansion out for random. Very nice. Nice location as well. Right in the choke point between him and his opponent. And random also has a lot of archers out in the field now. These 2 battalions, which is pretty good. That will help deal with the orc spam also very effectively. That in conjunction with this and the Nazgul, I'd say random definitely has the lead here. Definitely has the advantage. And you get tons of orcs as well to boot. Both players, of course, are expanding their farm presence as much as they can. Apmn is going across the top here, trying to get some slaughterhouse production there. It looks like random is going across the bottom with his slaughterhouse production. And we do have our Nazgul out for Apmn. He's already level 3 as well. I don't know how long he's been out, but sure didn't take long, I guess. Is there really a reason to put a Nazgul in aggressive stance when he's fighting orcs? Wouldn't he one-shot orcs anyway? Just say it. I mean, he'll auto-acquire things easily, I guess. But he will take a little bit more damage. But I guess it's not that big of a deal. Not in this matchup. Well, in some matchups you gotta be careful of that. Nazgul and Nazgul. Looks like Apmn's Nazgul is already lower health, so he's not going to win that engagement. Of course, he's surrounded by orcs as well, which is not going to help matters, so he's going to flee. And random's just going to keep chasing him. Make sure he doesn't stop and start attacking his farms or anything. Which is smart, because his army is doing just fine without Nazgul's help. It looks like Apmn has actually thrown down a barricade on the other side. So they're really battling for this choke point. But it's not like they're only fighting the choke point. Both players are going around the other ways as well, which is good. Random's going across the top here. And of course Apmn is across the top as well, trying to get the slaughterhouse. And it looks like we do have Easterlings and the Nazgul over here on the bottom. That'll help matters, definitely. And actually this barricade is going to fall here to the just amount of orcs that random has thrown at it. Very nice, and of course having that buff as well. What does the buff do in this patch? 25% damage and armor, and experience gain 50% faster. Cool. So of course that 25% damage and armor will help out. You always got to look, because it's different in every patch, I swear. Troll's still alive up there, and there. At some point somebody could get Untamed Allegiance if they wanted to. Actually, wait. Untamed Allegiance is a heal in patch 1.08, isn't it? I don't know if it's a heal straight up, or if it's a heal as an additional effect. I can't really remember. Or maybe I never knew to be able to remember, to be honest. But I think it was changed entirely. So that it does not take over layers. Which is fair. It's actually a bad change I would agree with if that's the case. Sometimes Untamed Allegiance can ruin a game, quite frankly, with the Fire Drake spam or something. It's like, ah. I mean, in this matchup on this map, not so much. You get the trolls, sometimes it'll help, you know. Anyway, it looks like barricade from RanDoM is going to go down. This Nazgul getting a nice run through there before getting chased by Easterlings. He needs to be very careful. Oh dear. That was close. He almost went right into those Easterlings. He kind of did. He got very close to losing his Nazgul. Ah, we have a Fell Beast out for RanDoM. Very nice. And of course, he's dismounted his Nazgul so he can go back in without worrying about Easterlings. You could use Mordor Blade if you wanted to as well. Make it white. But I don't think he's going to do that. Could also use on an enemy Nazgul when he shows up. There he is. Both of them could use it, actually. Apmn could easily take out this Nazgul here with a Mordor Blade. Although he's opting to not do that. And I believe the Fell Beast will knock this Nazgul off of his mount in this patch as well. Because flying units have knockdown from what I've seen. So that's a thing to keep in mind as well. So the flying unit is definitely going to be an advantage against the enemy Nazgul. Or enemy anything really. RanDoM continuing to pressure Apmn over here and over here. Attacking from both sides. These guys are going to be cleaned up fairly quickly by this Nazgul though. But army-wise, definitely in favor of RanDoM at the moment. Apmn has only 200 command points-ish, as where RanDoM's flying up past towards 600. And he's actually at 850 command point limits, and we have 800 there. If you have a worm being summoned in by RanDoM, that's going to do some major damage to the base of Apmn, who also has 15 power points. So I'm guessing he can get his own worm as well. He's actually gone for Fell Beast also. Very nice indeed. And in patch 1.08, you actually can't control where the worm goes or anything, so he does what he wants. Obviously, attacking the fort is not going to be the best use of worm, but still very useful. There's Golem. Look how quick Golem is in patch 1.08. He's very quick and very tanky, which is actually something I approve of. I hate when Golem gets killed by a farm. It's stupid. It's like, oh well. Nice. Ah, man. Apmn's Fell Beast really should take down this RanDoM's Fell Beast, I think. And then have this barricade target the Fell Beast if you can. Both of them taking a lot of archer fire. One of them goes down. And, oh, Apmn. Holy shit. Just barely managed to escape. RanDoM does lose his Fell Beast, though. Which is not cheap, of course, by any means. Apmn coming from an attack on the north here. Managed to get a slaughterhouse. Very nice. And now Worm being summoned in by Apmn. And he has RanDoM has a lot of archers. He's going to get them the hell out of there, of course. He doesn't want to lose them to the Worm. RanDoM sitting on 3 Orc Pits and a Haradrim Palace. Meanwhile, Apmn is sitting on 2, building his 3rd Orc Pit and a upgraded Haradrim Palace. He's actually getting Haradrim Archers. Very nice. Haradrim Archers are quite effective, especially against Fell Beasts. This should be pretty well. Do pretty well. And now it looks like they will meet in the center there for a bit of a scuffle soon enough. Apmn, of course, is going for an attack on the south, but these Orc Archers have been sent to clean them up. And then RanDoM will continue to build his slaughterhouses, I would imagine, over here. And now RanDoM's pushing up in the north with his Nazgul up to level 6 and a level 4 battalion of Easterlings. I believe patch 1.08 has all units being able to go up to level 10. I think that was something I read or heard or something. But I'm not positive. I may have already known that, but I forgot. But if so, that's curious and very interesting. Oh shit, we got hot barricade on barricade action over here. Looks like Apmn's is losing though. Although he's brought enough to turn the tide. Oh no, the Haradrim Archer's getting ran through by the Nazgul. He did not have his Easterlings in position, which is very unfortunate for him. Now the Fell Beast flies in and swoops in, takes the rest of them out. There's still a few of them out there. They are buffed and they're doing good damage against this Fell Beast. Look at this, dropping like a fly. They actually might take him out. Oh, down goes RanDoM's Fell Beast once again. Very nice. Definitely proving that these were worth the cash. And in comes the Fell Beast for APMN. Possibly smashed the wrong thing, though, I'd say. Probably should have swooped in and hit these, like, 2 battalions of archers while they were clumped up. And then screeched, maybe. But either way, he got away. No harm, no foul. Although he did save this from being destroyed, so maybe that was his intention. And now just continue to pick off orcs as it goes. Which makes sense, I suppose. We do have a tavern being thrown down by APMN, so now he's going to go get Corsairs of Umbar. 400 though. He could build a few more taverns if he wanted to reduce the cost of Corsairs. Upgrading from orcs to Corsairs wouldn't be too bad, as long as you can afford it. Of course, you can have a lot more command point wise and monetarily if you go for orcs. But obviously the Corsairs is going to be much better. Pretty quick. They're fairly strong attack-wise. I don't know how good their defense is in comparison to a orc, to be honest. Neither of them wearing armor, so I mean... But I'd still imagine they're more defensive. I would certainly hope so. APMN's Nazgul's up to level 7 now. And RanDoM's pushing in for a big attack on the base of APMN. Very, very many archers in this army, though. There's this death screech of a Nazgul. Looks like RanDoM lost his Nazgul. He does have a Mouth of Sauron out in the field. Who looks like he is immune to the knockdown effects. Apparently so. So that's good. He's ran into his barricade to keep him safe. Of course, APMN will pull back. He's going to be very careful of this amount of archers, though. And now APMN needs to muster a force to defend here. I think APMN will be just fine, though. Not only does he have Haradrim archers and Corsairs and Easterlings, but he has his Fell Beast here as well, whose screech is almost back. The bulk of RanDoM's forces are over here defending the north as well. While APMN is pushing in there, he does have a barricade there as well. Nice swoop in there. Managed to kill a lot of them. Oh god, he needs a screech. Oh, that was close. And that'll allow the Fell Beast to get away. Oh shit, we have a Witch King out here. I didn't see him. APMN has gone for the Witch King. He's going to be an absolute monster here. Look at him go. There's another Death Screech. God, those are loud. Hopefully that gets toned down a little bit for the next patch. I don't mind the addition of some sounds like the Nazgul Death Screech, but as long as it's like, you know, reasonable sounding, not like overpowering compared to all the rest of the sounds in the game. Seems like every sound that's been added in patch 1.08 is always way louder than everything else. So they weren't very well checked, I guess, sound-wise. But you definitely know when one dies, I guess. But when you're wearing headphones, it's like, I wish they'd stop dying. Witch King is tanking a hell of a lot of arrows. And he's killing so many guys. I think Witch King's actually gonna fall here. Oh shit. Or not. We have the level 25 power, Rain of Fire, being used for APMN to absolutely demolish the army there of RanDoM. Wow. APMN got there a lot faster than RanDoM did. RanDoM actually went for Untamed Allegiance, which is straight up a heal. It does not say it does anything else. Because as you see, he's used it. There's no cave trolls being taken over. So apparently it is just a heal in this patch. Interesting. I'm hoping something similar, not the heal, but just an additional use for Untamed Allegiance comes for Rise of the Witch King 2.02 next patch as well. That was being discussed. I hope it actually went through, because I hate how it becomes obsolete when there's no layers on the map. Having an obsolete power is just really stupid. It never should be the case, I think. And we have a barrage coming down on the base of APMN. That's going to do some good damage. Only taking out an Orc-Pit though, so not as good as he was hoping, I'm sure. At least the tavern going down would have been good, but it's still alive. We'll continue pumping out Corsairs. We do have a worm here from APMN, which isn't going to get too much done. It's just going to keep chasing, I guess, until they actually engage. Oh, he got next to the Haradrim archers of RanDoM though. That's a nice pickup in itself. There goes the Screech. Both teams are doing very well, though. RanDoM's doing a great job of spamming, keeping his opponent on the back foot and keeping attacking, but Apmn is doing a great job of expanding. Actually, like over here, he's actually building a tavern as well. And getting his heroes and keeping them alive as well. I think RanDoM has lost a lot more heroes than Apmn has. He's managed to save them quite often. Which can get spendy, of course. But at the same time, when you have a lot of resource buildings and stuff, you probably gain a lot of resources pretty quickly. Both teams are at 1,000 command point limit. Oh shit. And RanDoM apparently just got defeated. There you go. So I guess RanDoM gave up. And Apmn takes that match. Well, that was a pretty good match though. Bit of an anticlimactic ending, but I will say, not too bad of a game. So hopefully that was enjoyable to watch, and I will see you all in the next cast of patch 1.08 for Battlefield 2. See you all next time.